Here we go. Peter, there are three things I'd really like to feed back to you on about what I've found the most valuable from your predictable sales and consulting revenue coaching. Obviously, for me, it's an ongoing journey. I haven't got the results yet, but I'm very confident that from everything you've passed on, I'm in a completely different situation from the sort of situation I used to be. So just for people listening in, I was an internal consultant in government. I'd worked in the private sector for over a decade before that. I'd worked with a lot of the big consultancies alongside them and also doing some specialist consulting to them as, if you like, a secret consultant behind the scenes for their clients. So I thought that I understood a lot about being an effective consultant, and particularly in my specialised areas. And then when I left all that and went out to be a solo consultant, I found the whole idea of having to source your own clients quite crazy, to be honest, because before I'd always been way oversubscribed, and it was a big shock to me. It's the single biggest shock I've had. But Peter, three things I'd like to share with you and others around what I think makes you so valuable in the space and so trusted in the space, and what I'm finding from my own personal experience with you are three things. I think the three things to me are your level of respect, both for us as your clients, but also for our clients. I'll come to that in a bit more detail. Secondly, around your focus on the buyer side and the buyer challenges. You appreciate the need for sales, but it's very much about the need for buy-in and action by prospects. It's not about pushing things. It's about helping people to recognize what they need to pull to them. And the third thing is around finding the right quality of clients. Now, these things sound like they're generic to everyone that is in this space in terms of coaching and consulting, but I've been through with a lot of very well recognized coaches and consultants, and to be honest, it's never really quite hit the spot for me. And on those 3 points, particularly first of all about respect, I find you to be, when I went on the strategy call with you before I signed up and you accepted me onto the program, I found you to be extremely wise and respectful in your approach to everyone you deal with. And it's not an act, because I think we've tried your patience on a number of occasions, and it's genuine. You know, you're a real professional. You care deeply about the results, not just for the people that you're coaching like us, but you're also particularly thinking about the end user of all these services. So I think you don't, for example, with funnels, you're not just teaching us funnels. You share funnels with us, and very effective funnels. I'm sure they will turn out to be, as I've tried a lot of funnels, and this yours look, really spot on for me and my people. So you don't treat funneling as a harsh, purely a sort of numbers lemmings type operation. You also come back and sweep through, for example, around people that didn't make it through the funnel at that point. So you have a highly professional approach that is very much about impact, not just money, is my conclusion on that first point about respect. On buyer challenges and buyer situations, I thought I knew a lot about problem diagnosis. I've been working in IT and alongside IT professionals for about 30 years. So we used to come at things either from very established problem diagnosis stages, or looking at that from a Lean Six Sigma perspective, or any sort of other business perspective. But what I found with you, which I found really distinctive, is you don't just articulate the situation a little bit, the problem situation. You focus, I'd say, for my benefit and what's been helping me, is probably about 90% of all the value I've had out of you so far with your advice, is to really articulate the problem situation and live the problem situation much more deeply, much more emotionally, much more under your fingernails, if you like. So that's the game changer for me. That's the biggest thing that I'm working on through and I'm implementing through at the moment. But it's not about empathy. We all had empathy. We've all had all those sort of approaches. It's the granularity for me. It's the granularity and the different dimensions of the problem situation. So it's not just a problem, it's the whole situation behind it and all the aspects of that. And the final thing is for me about your whole focus on how to find the clients that fit you the best and that you're best suited to fit. And I found you've shared a lot of very, very smart ways of doing that I'd never heard of or thought of before. And obviously I get around with a lot of other types of consultants, and you've come up with stuff that I've never heard of and I didn't know of. And the other thing you do, Peter, so helpfully is you make those customized videos to help us through. So for me, I'll speak for myself. So I have an idiot's guide on which buttons to press, and that's just invaluable. So thank you so much. I look forward to the continuing journey, and then I hope to be able to be coming forward as one of your coachees who also has results to share, not just testimonials. Thank you.